Namaste. To honour Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the Gaura Purnima 2025, here are some excerpts from the preface to a book that in 1896 Bhaktivinoda Thakur published and sent to various places in the West, including the McGill University in Montreal, Canada, the Royal Asiatic Society in London, and Munich University, as well as to a number of scholars such as Ralph Waldo Emerson. The 47-page preface was presented in English and titled Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, His Life and Precepts. The book itself was presented as 104 Sanskrit verses and titled Gauranga Leela Smarana Mangala Stotram, meaning auspicious verses for remembering Lord Gauranga's pastimes. Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote in his introduction of this book, "The object of this little book is to bring the holy life of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his precepts to the notice of the educated and religious people. Most of the books treating these subjects have previously been printed in the Bengali language. Hence, the life and precepts of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu have scarcely passed beyond the boundaries of Bengal. This book has therefore been printed in Sanskrit for circulation all over India. But not only India, our educated brethren of Europe and America have taken of late to the study of the Sanskrit language, and it is our belief that this booklet will soon be in their hands." In that same year, 1896, and in fact just a few weeks after this book was published in August, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami was born on September the 1st, and 70 years later he lovingly brought Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the West, and indeed to the world. Following is a short extract from the 47-page preface in which I have focused on the life of Lord Chaitanya. First, though, we will begin with a scriptural verse. "O most magnificent incarnation, you are Krishna himself appearing as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You have assumed a golden colour, and you are widely distributing pure love of Krishna. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you." Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born in Mayapur, in the town of Nadia, just after sunset on the evening of the 18th of February, 1486. The moon was eclipsed at the time of his birth, and the people of Nadia were then engaged, as was usual on such occasions of eclipses, in bathing in the river with loud calls of Hari Bol. His father, Jagannath Mishra, was a poor Brahmin, and his mother, Sachi Devi, was a wholeheartedly good woman. He was a beautiful child. The ladies of the neighbourhood called him Gaur Hari on account of his golden complexion, and his mother called him Nimai on account of the neem tree near which he was born. Everyone heartily loved to see him every day. In his 8th year, Nimai was admitted into school. In 2 years, he became well read in Sanskrit, grammar, and rhetoric. His studying after that were of the nature of self-study in his home, where he had important books belonging to his father, who was a scholar. After his 10th year, Nimai became a scholar in grammar, rhetoric, and philosophies. It was at the age of 14 or 15 that he was married to Lakshmi Devi. He was at this age considered one of the best scholars of Nadia, which was the renowned seat of Nyaya, logic, philosophy, and Sanskrit learning. Many scholars were afraid of confronting him in literary discussions. Nimai Pandit went to eastern Bengal, where he displayed his learning. During his residence in eastern Bengal, his wife, Lakshmi Devi, left this world from the effects of snakebite. On returning home, he found his mother in a mourning state. It was at his mother's request that he married Vishnu Priya. He was now so legendary that he was considered to be the best scholar in Nadia. Keshava Mishra of Kashmir, who had called himself the great Digvijaya, world conqueror, came to Nadia with a view to debate any and all of the scholars of that place. Afraid of the so-called conquering Pandit, all the professors of Nadia left their town on the pretense of other invitations. Keshava Mishra then met Nimai Pandit, and after a very short discussion, he was defeated, and humiliation obliged him to leave. Nimai Pandit was now the most notable scholar of those times. It was at the age of 16 or 17 that Nimai travelled to Gaya, and there he took his spiritual initiation from Ishvara Puri, a Vaishnava sannyas and a disciple of the renowned Madhavendra Puri. Upon his return to Nadia, Nimai Pandit's religious nature became so strongly represented that many were astonished at the change in the young man. He was no longer a contending scholar or a criticizing rhetorician. Instead, he swooned at the name of Krishna. It was at this time that he opened a nocturnal school of Kirtan in the compound of Srivas Pandit, along with his sincere followers. There he preached, there he sang, there he danced, and there he expressed all sorts of spiritual moods. Nityananda Prabhu, who was then a preacher of Vaishnavism and who had completed his travels all over India, joined him at that time. In fact, a host of preachers of Vaishnavism, all sincere at heart, came and joined him from different parts of Bengal. From this time to his 23rd year, Nimai Pandit preached his principles not only in Nadia, but in all the important towns and villages around that city. In the houses of his followers, he showed miracles, taught the esoteric principles of bhakti, and sang Sankirtan nightly. Some Brahmins became jealous of Nimai Pandit's success and complained to Chand Kazi against the character of Nimai Pandit, claiming it was un-Hindu. The Kazi came to Srivas Pandit's house and broke a Madanga drum and declared that unless Nimai Pandit ceased to make noise about his religion, he would be obliged to enforce Mohammedanism on him and his followers. This news was brought to Nimai Pandit's notice. He ordered the townspeople to appear in the evening, each with a torch in their hand. This they did, and Nimai marched out with his Sankirtan, divided into 14 groups. On his arrival at the Qazi's house, he held a long conversation with the Qazi, and in the end communicated into his heart his influence. The Qazi wept and admitted that he had felt a keen spiritual influence which had cleared up his doubts, and produced in him a religious sentiment which gave him the highest ecstasy. The Qazi then joined the Sankirtan party. Some time after that, in his 24th year, some jealous Brahmins criticised Nimai Pandit, so he resolved to take sannyas at Katwa from Keshava Bharati. His mother and wife wept bitterly for his separation, but though so soft in heart, he was strong in his principles. Keshava Bharati gave him the name Krishna Chaitanya. And so he began his pastimes as the great teacher of Harinam, Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the chanting of the holy names. Biographers such as Krishnadas Kaviraj have given details of Lord Chaitanya's teachings to Rupa and Sanatan Goswami and many other saintly persons. From his 31st year, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continually resided in the holy city of Puri, and for the next 18 years he was surrounded by numerous followers, all of whom were great Vaishnavas. Humility was personified in him. His sweet appearance gave joy to all who came in contact with him. He appointed Nityananda as the missionary of Bengal. He dispatched 6 disciples to Vrindavan to preach Krishna Bhakti. He never lacked in giving proper instructions to those who solicited him. This was seen in his teachings to Raghunath Das Goswami. His treatment and love of Haridas Thakur, who was born in a Muslim family, showed how he defied caste distinction in the cause of spiritual brotherhood. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began as an undefeatable scholar, but then he went on to display that the greatest truth and well-being for all people is to be found in the chanting of the Maha Mantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Place your heart at the holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Surrender to the holy name. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Place your restless heart at the feet of the holy name. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Louder. Call on the holy name. Haribo. Haribo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo.